welcome to Coastal Living. We have a fantastic show lined up for you all today. If you're in the market for a new home or looking to sell yours, we have some tips from you from our trusted advisor in real estate. Miss Demetria has got some tips for us all. Plus, there is an event to help raise money for literacy, and we love to see it. What goes with literacy? Scrabble. If you've never played, then you wouldn't get it, but there's a whole tournament put together to help raise money for this great cause, and you can have fun while you do it. Plus, we're going to celebrate some more creativity here in the Coastal Bend, so it's going to be a great show. Thanks for joining us. You're watching Coastal Living. We all know how important literacy is, and it's honestly something many of us may take for granted, but we have a lot of people in our own community that are looking to be better at speaking English, understanding the language a little bit more, and the best way to do that is to immerse yourself in the language. However, a little extra help doesn't hurt anybody, right? So I'm here with Christina. She's with the San Patricia County Adult Literacy Council, and we have actually a really cool event coming up for you guys to check out. But first, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Talk to me a little bit about what this organization does for the community.
So we've been in existence since I think it was 1996, so over like 28 years we've been in San Patricio County, and what we do is we offer literacy services for all of San Patricio County, and we do that through either a GED class or English as second language, ESL classes.
Very cool. And is this something people attend a couple of times a week? Are there semesters? Is it like a regular school curriculum?
Usually we run a spring semester and a fall semester. We usually take the summer off, and we have evening classes, so people can obviously they can work and then they can come in the evening and actually attend our classes, and they're all free. All free.
That was my next question. I'm like, what are we paying over here? Okay, well, and just like any great organization like this, if you're offering something for free, the money has to come from somewhere, right? It takes money to run a business, and it's so great that we're helping people in the community. So with that said, typically we host a big fundraiser, and I think this just aligns so much with the topic of literacy that y'all are having a Scrabble tournament. Such a cute idea, and this has been going on for several years now, right?
Right, several years.
Cool.
Exactly.
What does this look like?
So what it is, it's actually a team of 6 people, and people come together, they play Scrabble. It's a fun night to really just get together with, you know, just some people and just have some fun. We'll have some food, we'll have some alcohol for those that drink, and we'll actually have a silent auction as well too.
Okay, so this is happening on Thursday, April 10th, where I'm excited about the food, and I don't know about how y'all feel about mixing alcohol with letters and words and math, but you can also come as a spectator. So April 10th, where is it?
It's going to be at the Portland Community Center from 5:30 to 9:30.
Okay.
And you can just feel free just to come, and actually, you don't even if you don't want to play on a team, you just kind of want to come and just check it out, or even come bid on our silent auction items. We welcome you.
So you mentioned that we can do a table of 6. There's also student teams, so if you have that group, you can do that as well, a little bit cheaper. And then a spectator ticket, which is only $25, and that just gets you access to everything?
Yes, you can come in and just bid on the items, or just have some, you know, some beverages and just have fun.
Okay, so with that said, if somebody wants to sponsor, if they can't make it but they want to support this organization, where do we go for more details?
I would say the best thing is to either call our office or actually email me. Okay. And I'll be more than happy to share the information. We have some great sponsors already that I do want to recognize.
Sure.
So HEB is a big sponsor. We have Yarwin. We have Gulf Coast Growth Ventures.
Nice.
SS Solis Properties, Cass Real Estate, and L&F Distributors.
Amazing. All great sponsors, and you know it's going to be a really good time. So get your tickets now, support this fantastic cause, and start working out those fancy words. You got to do the pre-cheat and look up, you know, words with Q and things like that. That's what I was doing. Anyway, we'll see you there April 10th at the Portland Community Center to support the San Pat County Adult Literacy Council's Scrabble Tournament for Literacy. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, spring is upon us. A lot of us are doing spring cleaning, and some of us might just want to get rid of the whole house. If that's you, then you want to make sure you've got a good realtor on your side, and we've got our trusted advisor in real estate, Miss Demetria Smith, with us today to talk about why spring might be the perfect season to buy or sell a home. So great to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. What's so special about spring?
So spring is the perfect time to start getting your home ready for listing for the summer. So summer, we see a lot of people moving, children are out of school, cool, you freeze up more time, and the weather's better.
That's so true. And does this spring kind of mentality have anything to do with tax season, since buyers need to bring a good chunk of change to closing?
Oh, yes. Definitely recommend that you save those tax refunds, and so you can apply that for your down payment or even closing cost.
Absolutely. Okay, so if we're considering buying or selling, let's start with selling. Say we want to get our house set up and maybe right now start talking to a realtor about getting our house ready for that summer listing, like you said. What are some things that we can do in addition to spring cleaning to get ready to sell?
The first thing I would say is let's focus on that curb appeal. Let's go in and touch up that exterior paint, put some mulch down, trim those bushes, plant some seasonal flowers.
Definitely, and there's lots of beautiful flowers right now, and I think that's a good point because after the freezes we had, those pictures aren't looking so pretty. There's not a whole lot of curb appeal we can get unless you're prepared to redo your entire landscaping, right? And so when it comes to the interior, I think some people might misunderstand the concept of making the place look sort of ready for the next homeowners, but it doesn't necessarily need to look barren or dry, right? So what should we do inside?
Oh, no, we just want to go in and do some minor repairs if needed. So, for example, if you have those bright wall colors, let's change that up and let's paint it to something neutral. Also, we're going to go into those kitchens and bathrooms, replace handles, you may do some caulking, and even replace older light fixtures.
Very, very good point. And these are things that they're probably going to ask you to do anyway. But when you're in a position to sell your home and say you're just super busy and I know this needs to be done, but I don't have time for it, are these things that we can put into our listing information to say, hey, I know that bright purple may not be everybody's favorite color for the master bedroom, but we are willing to cover that cost, things like that. Can we put that in the language?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Those things are negotiable, and so you can just write that into the contract. You're putting X amount of dollars in there for repairs.
Very good. Okay, so we got a strategy for sellers, and real quick before we go, we mentioned for buyers, save that tax return money because that's usually a really nice chunk of change. And anything else to consider? Should we work on our credit?
Yes, we're going to go in there and work on credit. As I always tell my clients, the main foundation is your finances. It's the credit. You're not spending. You're putting those credit cards away. And go get pre-approved. That letter's going to be good for 30 days. So the closer you get, go get that done.
Yes, especially in a competitive market, because the last thing you want is to find your dream home and someone else beats you to it, because guess what? They had that pre-approval, right?
Exactly.
So obviously you have a wealth of information that can be really useful to someone trying to buy or sell. So if we need to get in touch with you, how do we find out if we're the right fit?
Oh, just give me a call, 361-600-9417. I would love to meet up with you and see how I can assist you in buying or selling a home, maybe over a cup of coffee.
Love that. All right, well, get in touch with our friend Demetria. Let her know that Coastal Living sent you. She is, after all, our trusted advisor in real estate. Thank you.
Thank you.
This Coastal Living Trusted Advisor segment is paid for by local realtor Demetria Smith. Her expertise makes buying and selling a breeze.
Which one would you like?
This one has some character. That's cool. Okay.
All right, so go ahead and have a seat.
Okay. Okay, here's the deal. You're going to get me started on this. I'm not stopping till I have a scarf like that, so it's going to be a while. Hope you're ready. Hope you didn't plan on taking a lunch break today. Okay.
So the first part of any crochet project is always a slip knot.
Okay,
So,
like the band?
Not like the band. Not quite so hardcore.
A little different. All right.
Okay. Alrighty. So after our slip knot, the next thing that we need to do is we need to do a series of chain stitches. That's going to be the foundation of our crochet project.
Okay.
What we want to do is take the hook and go in front of the yarn there and grab it and pull it through the loop. Okay, so we're just going to do a bunch of those. And what you're wanting them to do is you want them to be a little on the loose side, kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
Because when we're done with the chains, we're going to go back across and we're going to go into those stitches. So we want to make sure we have enough room.
Loosey-goosey.
Yeah, just a little on the loosey-goosey side.
Tell me about how often we have these classes and what people need to do to attend.
The chain gang meets every Wednesday.
Chain gang?
Yes, we named
love
ourselves.
that.
The ladies had a vote, and that's what they wanted because you do a chain stitch.
I love that.
But we're here every Wednesday at 11.
Well, what I notice is that even in addition to, you know, the piece that you're getting, there's a camaraderie here between the ladies and the people that attend. That's something to look forward to, friendships and relationships
We
that are
enjoy
built, right?
ourselves.
I think it's really fun. I think anybody can do it and try it. I think I need a lot more practice, but it's relaxing and something worth trying, and you definitely want to take advantage of all the awesome resources here at the library. So for anybody who's interested, I definitely encourage you to check it out. Uh-oh, I think I really messed up on this one. Just do this and see what happens.
Week as Coastal Living, we want to revisit some of our favorite moments on the show. And one of the coolest things I learned while being on the show is that we are the birdiest city in America. A plethora of birds. People come from all over the world to check out these hot spots. So let's revisit some of the best spots in town.
Good morning. My name is Ray Dillahunty, and I am here with here at the Port Aransas Nature Preserve at Leona Bell Turnbull Birding Center, and we are having our normal Wednesday birding on the boardwalk little program that we do here. It's a free program on Wednesday mornings from 9 to 11, and there's a guide, myself, and usually a couple of other people here telling people about birds and letting you experience nature, which is a really unique situation here in Port Aransas. We've got usually 30 or so species of birds that are here, everything from whooping cranes this time of year to all of the normal migrants in here, the ducks and the white pelicans. And in the summertime, we have a lot of resident birds that have chicks and will be sitting on nests, and it's a really nice outdoor experience. And maybe a new way to pick up a hobby, because any place you go in the United States, you can find birding locations and learn something different about the birds that exist in that part of the United States or of the world. Binoculars, that's sort of the only real piece of equipment that's required for birding. We here at the Nature Preserve have got 5 to 7 loaner binoculars that you can borrow while you're here. I've also got 2 scopes that we set up, spotting scopes, which give us a much better view of some of the birds that are far away. So you can come out here with binoculars, or you can come out here with nothing, and we'll hopefully provide you with what you need. You know, if it's really, really thunderstorming and raining and lightning, then we're not going to be here. But otherwise, there's somebody here every Wednesday. My wife and I do it most of the time, and I'm here if it's drizzling. There's this saying of bad weather, good birds. So we're here most of the time, unless it's really, really extreme weather. So we'd love to have you join us here in Port Aransas on Wednesday mornings at Leona Bell Turnbull Birding Center for birding on the boardwalk.
Although there are plenty of amazing places to check out, here are some of the most obvious and infamous in the South Texas area. Let's start with Bird Island. That's over at Padre Island National Seashore. There you might spot an endangered northern Aplomado falcon, some black-caped vireos, to even maybe painted buntings and white-tailed hawks. In fact, there are at least 380 species of birds that have been documented in this area. Once you're done there, you can head over to Packery Channel. The Packery
Discovery Channel Oak Motte is actually a sanctuary for birds overseen by the Audubon Outdoor Club of Corpus Christi. It's situated on an island along the Gulf of Mexico, and it's a natural spot for neotropical migrants. The area has a history as one of the best places on central Texas coast to see passerines during migration. There's also the South Texas Botanical Gardens and Nature Center, although you'll see a whole lot more than just birds here. It's a gorgeous spot. This place boasts impressive South Texas habitats. The nature trails offer a glimpse of South Texas scrub birding with spotted species such as the Grove-billed Annie, long-billed thrasher, and olive sparrow. Near the water features, you'll find the least grebe and Couch's kingbird. The Hummingbird Garden is also a must when visiting the South Texas Botanical Gardens and Nature Center. You can also drive toward downtown Corpus Christi near Blucher Park. It's located in the heart of downtown and is extremely attractive to migratory land birds. Blucher Park is a major stopover for migrating passerines and hummingbirds. Just a 30-minute drive or so from Corpus Christi is Ivy Lane. This site has benches, a hard-packed trail, a primitive trail, and water drips on site. It's a 28-acre woodland preserved by the city of Rockport, and it often has sightings of the northern cardinal, the ladder-backed woodpecker, warblers, and orchard orioles. Guys, there is so much to see here in the Coastal Bend, and many of us may get into birding this year. I think just one or two experiences like this will really open your eyes to understand why people are so passionate about birding and the fact that South Texas is the birdiest place in the U.S. So take advantage, get out there, and start identifying some of these fascinating birds.
All over South Texas, and now it's time to put a face with the name. Meet Cam Walls Art. He is a local artist who has truly turned his skill and his passion into a career, right? Tell me a little bit about yourself. Thank you for being here.
Oh, it's good to be here. Thank you. I'm Cameron Walls. I started painting a few years ago, say 2014 to be exact, but I mean, my whole childhood I liked art and never thought I was going to be an artist growing up, but you know, I loved it. I worked in the oil field for a few years when I got out of college and get laid off, you know, how the oil field goes, and I don't know, I didn't want to be another number in a company again, so I just decided to take my own route and to follow my passion. And
I love that. I think as artists, especially in like our generation, I'm assuming we're closer in age, it was like cute that you could have kind of a hustle or a passion like that, but like don't expect to make it into a career, right? So find something else to do. But in this day and age, I mean, it's hard, but it's not that hard as long as you're good at what you do and there's passion behind it to turn it into something that's really meaningful. And in your case, I mean, you've got art all around South Texas, like I said. So tell me about some of your most notable pieces that our friends might recognize.
Well, down here in Corpus Christi, I did one of my biggest murals, the Corpus Christi, I call it the Flora, because it's got a huge hibiscus and some plumeria.
Yeah, that one's right across the point on, is it Chaparral Street?
Chaparral Street.
On Chaparral. And then we were just talking about a beautiful hummingbird that you did right before the Hummingbird Festival over in Rockport, right?
In Rockport, I finished that one this year.
Nice.
And it's about a 20-foot like 3D hummingbird, so it kind of comes off the building, and it's pretty cool.
Love that, and I'm so excited to just see this movement, specifically here in Corpus, of like downtown. It's just so colorful. We started with the electric boxes, and then now we're doing these murals and the Mural Fest, and it's so cool to see things that are aged, some things that maybe need some love, that are finally like covered in art and a little bit more pleasant to the eyes. With that said, there's one that we were talking about before the interview that's also downtown, and it's like a couple of abandoned buildings that haven't had any purpose yet, but you and Kaylee Glover, right, teamed up to do like the wall coverings.
We did.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was an abandoned building, and they were planning on demolishing it. I don't know the exact story, but I know that
it was an eyesore.
It was an eyesore, and they either wanted the windows replaced or an artist to paint a mural. And so that worked out for us.
Nice.
And it really brought some life to Chaparral, and people like to take pictures walking around.
Yeah. And this Instagram and social media world that we live in, where we're all trying to grab like a cute Insta moment in front of a cool piece of art. We got lots of those to do that with now. Your latest achievement is a beautiful pizza-inspired mural that you did for Mia Mia's, right?
Oh my gosh, that was so fun.
Very cool.
And I mean, I love being able to just, 100% creativity.
How can we support you, and if someone's interested in commissioning a piece of work, how would we get in touch with you?
Usually social media. I mean, Cam Walls Art, and then have an email, camjwalls@gmail.com.
Love it. Okay. Don't be shy. Your art's all over town. Everybody's seen it. Now we can put a face with the name for those who haven't met you yet. We're really grateful for you. Thank you for beautifying our community and making it just a more pleasant place to see and live in. And thank you for joining us today, taking the time out of your day to come and share your talent with us. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Today's show. What a bittersweet week we are embarking on, but we're so grateful for the opportunity to bid the show the farewell that it deserves. So thank you guys for being here today. Come on back tomorrow. We've got a new pet of the week, a new puppy looking for a new home. Lots of dogs and cats at Animal Care Services looking for a new home and adoption. Plus our friends at Goodwill are looking for your help, and they want to help you too. So tune in tomorrow for more details on that. Visit us online at Coastal Living TV, Facebook, and Instagram. Have a good one. We'll see you then.